All right, so now we want to look at food pyramids or energy pyramids. When you hear the term pyramid in relation to ecology, what they're usually talking about is something that has a wide base like this. It's just a diagram, but it makes some sense once you get it. So down here, you're representing what has most of the biomass. If you wanted to make this really vague, you could say producers. If I asked you to go outside and identify all the organisms you saw, you would name a lot more producers than you would consumers. And it's a very simple reason for that. You have to have more producers than you have first order consumers. So it takes a lot of grass to feed fewer cows. It takes a lot of cows, or let's say bison, to feed fewer cougars. That's the reason why these get smaller every time you go up, and every time you move up a level, there's actually less biomass typically of that type of organism. So down here we have producers. Your trees, your grass, all of that stuff is going to make up the vast majority of what you see in the ecosystem. Then there are going to be primary consumers, your herbivores. When you go outside and see an animal, the chances are you're seeing animals that are herbivores, squirrels, deer, rabbits, things like that. Then you have your secondary consumers. These are going to be either your omnivores or your carnivores. And there'll be far fewer of these, your coyotes, your bobcats, your bears. Here I gave you examples on this side. Let's say that we have our food chain and I've drawn it from the producer at the bottom. So oaks feed deer acorns. Deer can be eaten by bears. Bears are eaten by humans. And let's just say for argument's sake that this human got eaten by a shark. Highly rare, got it, but general idea. Over here I put the trophic level. The oak is on the first trophic level because it makes its food from sunlight. The second trophic level is your primary consumer, the one that eats your oak tree, or not your oak tree, but your acorn, your deer. Your third trophic level, or your secondary consumer, is going to be your bear because he eats your deer, which was the primary consumer that ate the producer. So you went from your first to your second to your third trophic level. Now notice, on your second trophic level, you're on your primary consumer. On your third trophic level, you're on your secondary consumer. On your fourth trophic level, you're on your tertiary or your third consumer. Then over here, this is the cool part. They actually have this rule of thumb that says that the number of calories available in each successive level is 1/10 of the calories that were available before. So down here at the bottom on the producer level, if you had 10,000 calories of acorns available, that would only give you 1,000 calories of deer. If those deer ate every single one of those acorns, they don't get all of the acorn's value. They use a lot of it up. And hunting the acorn, finding the acorn, eating the acorn, digesting the acorn, that's only available to make 1,000 calories of deer. And likewise, when the bear eats the deer, he only gets to make 100 calories of bear. The bear gets eaten by a human, he only makes 10 calories of human. And when the human gets eaten by the shark, it only makes 1 calorie worth of shark. This is why you see so many fewer organisms at the very top of the trophic level, because they have to be supported by a really large number of producers or first order organisms, these first trophic level organisms down here on the bottom. So this is a trophic pyramid. You don't have to have all this material on it, but I wanted to show you how you could plot 1, 2, 3, 4 different sets of information on this one trophic pyramid.